My name is Jan, and I'm here to teach you about how to do a cryptic crossword. The way I'm going to do this is to teach my family how to do a cryptic crossword, because I love cryptic crosswords and I've been doing them for a long time. The problem is nobody else in my family understands them, and so whenever I ask for help and I try to read them the clue, they always say, "What? It doesn't make any sense." And I can't really explain to them in just a few seconds, what they're all about. So I decided to make this video for them, but also for the world. And I'm doing it with the help of Games Magazine, which is what I use to find my cryptic crosswords. They're always on page 60 and 61. And this crossword that I chose is from May 2020, that issue. So that's what I'm going to do, and I hope this will help you understand how to solve them and enjoy them as much as I do. Welcome. So today my goal is to teach each of you how to solve a cryptic crossword. What is a cryptic crossword? Well, it's like a regular crossword. The only difference is that every clue has two parts. A definition part, which is kind of like a regular crossword, and that's sometimes called a straight clue. And it also has a cryptic part, and the cryptic part uses wordplay. What makes it tricky is that you have to figure out how to separate these, because a clue is presented as one sentence or phrase. But there are ways to figure out these clues. I'm going to go through some fundamentals and then go on to describe 8 different kinds of wordplay that you may see in the cryptic part of the clue. And by the way, some cryptic clues have more than one type of wordplay, and you don't really know ever what kind of wordplay they're using. But that's what makes it cryptic. Do you have any questions so far?
So you're saying the way they're presented, you don't know if the straight's the second one or the first one or in between some of them. Is that what you're saying?
Well, let's start with some of the fundamentals, because that's a good question. So one fundamental is that you will find the straight clue, which can be one word, but sometimes it's two or more words, at the very beginning or at the very end. Okay, so it's not going to be hidden in the middle of a cryptic clue. It's just going to be one side or the other. So that's one fundamental.
When you say a straight clue, is that
normal?
Like
kind of like you would see in a regular crossword, but like kind of more like a definition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a it's not going to be easy, because there's a lot of words sometimes, like in regular crosswords, like, do they mean record or record? You can't tell, is it a verb or is it a noun? But it's basically giving you a synonym in some way for that definition. And each clue is followed by the number of letters in parentheses. So, for example, if it's a 5-word, it's a 5-letter word, it's ends with 5. And then if the answer is a 2 or more word phrase, you'll also see that. So, for example, if the answer is way to go, the clue will say 3, 2, 2. So that kind of, it can be a hint. And then also, just so you know, cryptic clues often have, within their wordplay and their hints, they will use abbreviations. So you might have the word Massachusetts, and really what they're telling you is there's MA to help figure out your cryptic clue. Or like street could be ST. And then sometimes you'll even see little small words like a or an or of. And sometimes those are literally part of the word. So, for example, if you had a clue that said pirates and a Virginia street, your answer would be a vast. I can go into more of that. But the A comes from A, and Virginia is VA, and street is ST. So pirate's end is a straight definition, and A Virginia Street is like A VA ST. So think about that when you think of clues.
That's so clever.
And And then another thing I wanted to mention, that there's some silly sort of translations of letters or numbers to letters and letters to numbers. So you might see the word zero or nothing or love or ring, and that's like the letter O. And then, of course, something like Roman numerals, like if they say 5, it could mean V, or like 100 could mean C. So you have to think about those kinds of number clues on words in cryptic clues. And just keep in mind that when you do sort of get these little translations of one clue, that it's not going to cross over to another clue. It's just every clue is its own universe. And then finally, there's something called a ampersand lit or literal clue, and those have an exclamation point. Now we don't haven't have any in this puzzle, but I wanted you to know about them. And these are a straight and a cryptic clue combined, and they end up making kind of a new straight clue. So a simple or short example, it's terribly angered with an exclamation point. So the answer is enraged, which is angered, enraged, that's your definition. But angered is actually an anagram of enraged. So one of the ways that we do wordplay is we do anagrams, which is when you just take the same letters and you make a new word. And then we have hints for anagram. One of them is to use a word like terribly or badly, and as I go on to explain in anagrams, there's other ones that kind of mean corrected and things like that, which doesn't make any sense, but it just means if there's a clue for anagramming, and terribly is your clue. So terribly, angered, and together make a clue that means enraged, but it's being cryptic and straight at the same time. So is that confusing enough for you?
No, it's more confusing.
So Toby, why don't you take the top left corner, the paper off? Anagrams, yeah, you can just put it down. Does everyone know what an anagram is? Okay, well you just take the letters of a word or a phrase and you mix them up and make a new word or phrase, okay? And anagrams are very common in cryptic crosswords.
Oh, yeah. Mixed letters, yeah.
And in this, I want to say, I counted, in this puzzle, there were anagrams involved in 13 out of the 32 clues,
Ooh.
which was about 41%, and it's only 1 out of 8 kinds of wordplay. So it's a very common, when in doubt, I say look for an anagram. And as we were talking about the word terribly, there's a lot of different ways you can signal an anagram. And sometimes you can't even tell, but some of the words are, like I said, terribly, sometimes you see destroyed, then you might see better or corrected, and then I think this is more logical, but like mixed or prepared, which, it's changed. Changed is another one. Like, there's a lot of words that mean anagram. And then sometimes it's very obscure, and I don't know. Like I said, you may not even recognize that the word is a signal for anagram, but if you can figure out that it's an anagram, you can, you don't always, sometimes the thing about cryptic clues is I solve them and I don't even know why I solved it. But anyway, I'll also say if you see strange phrases, like 3 words together that kind of make sense but you would never ever say them, maybe that's an anagram. You know what I mean? All right, so let's do one of these. Okay, we're going to do 17 down. And Crystal, you want to read it?
Yeah. Directions for cooking crepes I ruined.
Okay, so you want to take a crack at it? I will tell you it's an anagram, so do you want to try and find the straight clue and the cryptic clue and see if you
And one comes at the beginning, one comes at the end?
Yes.
Wait.
And you have
So ruined would be implying that it's mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it has 7 letters, and it's telling us it's one word because it just says 7.
I think directions is maybe the straight clue. Maybe a definition.
That's a good. I think you're on the right track, but I don't know how many words.
I don't know.
Recipe?
Is it
Directions for
tree?
cooking.
Directions for cooking would be a recipe.
Recipes.
Directions for cooking. Recipe. It's recipe. No, it's recipes. It's recipes.
Ding ding ding. So why don't you fill it in the puzzle?
Good job, Joe.
Wow, like I'm real
That was
smart.
pretty good. That was pretty fast. All right, recipes. Yeah. So the crepes I is anagrammed to recipes. Awesome. All right. Do you want to go on to the next kind of wordplay?
Yeah, that's
This
fine.
is for me. I get to tear this off. It's called deletions. All right, so in a deletions clue, a word is changed by removing a part of it. It might be the front, it might be the back, or it could be the middle, which can be done in several ways. Look for words like uncovered or heartless, or beheaded or cut short. So you could like take out the middle of a word or cut off the ends of the word. Sometimes you might say odd or even.
Is that at the beginning or the end of the word? Those words.
All the wordplay is a cryptic clue. So the straight clue's at the beginning or the end. And
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
just so you know,
okay.
and the wordplay is always part of the cryptic clue. So you just, like, that was an anagram one, but this would be a deletion one, and sometimes you can have both. They're just kind of mixed together. Let's look at one across. You want to read it, Toby?
Yeah. Trust a thief, perhaps with no energy.
So I'm just going to give you a hint that this clue contains both an anagram and a deletion.
No energy.
How do you know it's a deletion?
Well, because I did all these and then I looked later and I figured out what they were. And
Okay.
then,
But like no energy, kind of like.
yeah, so
It's vague.
that's C. No, but the word no
Just
kind
the
of
no?
is a way of saying like a deletion.
Okay.
Lack of.
Because
Okay,
we'll
no.
read the whole clue.
Trust a thief, perhaps with no energy.
So this is 5 letters.
I think perhaps is the hint to anagram
That's right.
because it's
Okay.
a
So what do you
strange
got
word
left?
that's out of
You
place.
got you only have 3 words left.
Okay, trust a thief.
Oh, so the deletion is with no energy. It's like you don't even use it.
You just kinda,
Well, you have to think about what you're saying no is.
Well, the straight clue is either the beginning or the end, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's either trust or energy. But I'm thinking no energy means no N. Or
No,
something like
no.
that. No. Trust.
A lot of times with deletions with words, a word will stand for what it starts with.
E.
Right. So you were saying earlier with no energy sounds like the deletion.
Deletion.
So with no,
E.
okay. So what do you think
Energy.
you need an anagram after taking away an E?
Wait, I'm trying to delete the E and then figure out an
Delete
anagram.
the E from something else.
Oh, so thief,
Yeah.
maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
5th.
So it's got to be trust, which means there's an anagram of thief and something else that means trust.
How many letters do you need?
5 letters, and that's 4. Maybe put A in there. What would that have to do?
Can we?
Hey, faith. It's faith.
Okay, you're on the
faith.
Oh,
It's faith. Aha.
Okay.
You got it. Awesome.
Nice.
Excellent. Okay.
Okay, that took way longer than.
So let's just appreciate that for a second.
Trust. To have faith. Okay, so okay.
All right, so fill it in. I mean, you see how it is? It's like,
Can I delete? Do you delete the letter before the anagram, or do you delete it after you anagram it?
you delete it as part of the solving process. So yeah, it's like you're taking the letters that you have and you're kind of working with them.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Just get rid of the E.
you get rid of the
before-
E,
before
and then you
even-
anagram the rest.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So you ready to move on to the third kind of wordplay? All right,
Yeah.
Joe, do the honors. Okay. So number 3, charades.
Charades.
I know you both, I think, enjoy playing charades. Yes. Okay. So this kind of clue should make sense to you, but keep in mind it can be very silly and weird. A mixture of literal parts of words and hints based on definitions. Also, charades can be mixed with other wordplay, such as anagrams. So let's just dive into 3 down.
3 down.
Okay.
Rob, you read it.
All right. Well, 3 down begins with an H.
That's
know
right.
that.
Mm-hmm.
3 down. Leading lady in opening of Evita pursues her love.
Okay, so I want to tell you it's a little tricky, this one.
7 letters, 1 word.
And then also, I want to just tell you a hint that often happens in charade wordplay. Sometimes there are bits of words that you solve, and then you have to put them in the right order. And sometimes they're clued in different orders. So in this clue, the word pursues is a hint about how to order things.
Would that be like
I
hugging?
see. So the clue itself is describing
Yeah.
a word.
Hugging?
So I'm letting you know that sometimes there's words in wordplay, in charades, that tell you the order the things go in. Because sometimes the way it's clued, it's sort of turned around. So basically what they're telling you with the word pursues is that they're saying her love is first, and then opening of Evita is after that. And you'll see other directional hints throughout wordplay, like follows, precedes, after, east, west, that can mean directions, south, north, left, right. Those words are sometimes about how to put things in the right order. Do you have an idea?
I would guess the word is heroin.
Wow, that was fast. Okay, so
But I don't know. I just figured leading lady was the straight, and it starts with an H and it's 7 letters, and the heroine tends to be stars.
okay, so why don't you work it out? Do you think you know what the straight clue is?
No.
Well, it's leading, right?
I mean, yes.
Leading lady.
Mm-hmm.
Leading lady.
Don't
So it
cry
starts
for
with an
me,
H.
Argentina.
Okay, is there any parts of this word, of this clue, that has an H in it?
Her love.
Her. And you have an H here. So sometimes it's just as simple as putting that word in, like especially the small little words. So if you put in her and then the word love, do you remember what we talked about earlier? About what love could be when you think about tennis?
Oh, okay.
Well, why don't you explain it
Just
to
love is
Crystal?
Love is 0.
Okay, so love is 0 in tennis. So a lot of times you'll have the word love.
Oh, that's so smart. So leading lady. So then in opening of Evita, pursues follows her O, meaning
Yes.
hero, and then
Yeah.
INE. I guess we have the in. But how are you supposed to get INE from in opening of Evita?
Maybe leading lady is the straight clue. What's the next word?
In.
Mm-hmm. And then the last bit, just say it.
Evita.
Just say opening of Evita.
Opening of Evita.
That
Just
means
the first letter in Evita.
yes, and that happens a lot.
Oh, that's so clever. Yeah, no, it was much easier to just guess.
Yeah,
each synonym
Yeah,
with
so
an
that's
H.
sometimes what
With an
happens.
H.
You guess the word and then you kind of backdoor, see if you can figure out.
Leading lady in opening of her love pursues.
You
Her
have to have-
love.
you gotta put love in there. So what's love?
Love is 0. Oh, not 0.
Yes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Heroine.
Oh, hero. Oh, don't do heroin.
So you see the word in? It's like
Ah,
and
in.
then what is E?
Evita.
The opening of Evita.
Oh, the beginning of Ida Vida. Oh,
So
that's
he's
hard.
doing it's
That's-
like charades visually. It's not like charades sounding
Hurt.
out.
E.
There you go.
Heroin.
I don't-
E.
I don't know about this.
That's kind of wacky wacky.
All right, so let's move on.
That was
The next clue is called containers.
I hope they have chips in them.
This kind of clue builds an answer from different parts,
Wait,
like
wait.
charades.
Containers.
Yes,
Like the stuff you put.
So one word contains another.
yes.
Oh.
Instead of putting the pieces next to each other, it puts one or more in between the other. So one word is broken apart and stretched out, and the other word goes inside. So you need to figure out how to break up the word, because it could be like exactly in half, or it could be just one letter and then the rest of the words that somewhere else.
My brain hurts.
So, and then sometimes a whole other word goes inside, or sometimes it's just one letter that goes inside. So, for example, you may see something like strumming fortune in sharp sound,
Where do you see that?
which I just made up.
Oh, I don't see that.
Fortune could mean luck, and a sharp sound could be ping. So you put p, ing, and you put you put the word luck in between. Plucking, yeah. So why don't we work on 11 across?
That's fucking good.
Toby, why don't you read it? 11 across.
Complained about sci-fi movies sold in stores.
Yes.
Complained about sci-fi movies sold in stores.
8 letters, 1 word.
11. I is the 5th.
Okay, so it's a little helpful, but the word that I think is a hint here is about. Because about often means around, surrounding. And that's another word, surrounding, within, captures, pens. There's all these words that kind of refer to containers. I will give you a hint that the sci-fi movie is a very short title, and it's a very familiar title that you both know.
And it means complained?
No, it's a sci-fi movie.
Oh.
Oh, E.T.
Mm-hmm.
So the straight part of this, would it be sold in stores?
Yes. And it's a kind of unusual word that you really wouldn't talk about very much, so I'll just tell you that. Okay, so E.T.
E.T.
is inside a word meaning complained.
So it's probably right here.
So it's-
It. Because we see the I.
No, it's E.T.
Oh, I
It's
see.
not a word meaning complain. Complain means.
I thought it was it.
Well, I was giving people a hint.
Complain.
And I'll just give you a hint looking at this. It does end in ED, just like complained. Yeah, you can do that. Go ahead. I'm telling you can because I'm helping you.
So it's past tense. Can we?
Yeah, you could if you want. You could
So
fill
we could
in
probably
ED.
see
Yes.
ed.
Yeah, that's a good strategy.
Hold on.
Think about someone who writes an op-ed. They're complaining. What do you do? What do you call the selling of things in stores?
Sales.
Retail.
Retail. Oh,
Retailed.
Retailed? Retailed?
I know. You're like, what?
Complained. I would never
Yeah, I wouldn't use that either.
think
So complained is not retailed. It's
take the ET out.
Railed.
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 Oh. See, I don't think we're kind of
yeah.
At
It's like
that level of-
four layers of this going on. Okay. Railed means
We need
complained.
to be in
Sold
101.
in stores
That's the hard one.
is retailed. Okay.
Okay.
So
Have
it
you
was
heard of-
railed and the sci-fi movie was in between, and then the clear is that it was sold in stores, retail. Okay, that makes sense now. That's very hard to explain.
Yeah, it isn't. That's not an easy one. Okay, Jeremy, would you want to take away the next one and reveal the hidden answers? So hidden answers. This is a clue that hides the actual answer within the word or phrase of the clue. Oftentimes, it's a word made from the end of one word and the beginning of the next. This is one of my favorite kinds of clues. Because when you finally realize that's what it is, it's pretty easy. So, I'm actually wrote my own. I'm going to show it to you, and I think you're going to be able to actually solve it really quickly. But it'll give you an idea of how it goes. It's a very strange phrase called astronaut horse riders.
7 letters, 1 word. Hidden
Are they
answers.
mixed up or are they straight and then?
They won't be mixed up.
Can it be like backwards or something?
It could, but that's a different kind of wordplay called reversal, and it can be combined in a hidden answer too. But it's not in this one.
But the answer has something to do with astronaut horse riders.
The straight one of those is a straight clue.
Hidden answers. Astronaut, horse, riders.
Which again really makes no sense. And there are, clues like this, but this is probably not the best clue. I just made it up on the spot.
I got it.
It's writers.
Writers is the straight clue.
Riders is somehow in it.
Yeah.
In the other part of the clue.
What is this? What number?
Hidden.
No.
No, I made it up.
Oh, so there's a practice.
Oh, authors.
Right?
Oh.
Okay, so you get it?
Yeah.
So it's visual.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, once you know that's there, they're really easy to find.
So like astron is useless. We don't care about.
Yeah, you just try to find the answer. But once I kind of realize what to look for, they're usually pretty fun to find.
Okay.
So let's move on to homophones. So yeah, number 6 is homophones. And do you guys know what the word homophone means?
Yes.
Okay,
2
right.
words that sound the same but are spelled differently and have different meanings.
Like bear
Exactly.
and bear.
Very good. For this type of wordplay, the answer to the straight clue will have the same pronunciation of the word given by the cryptic clue. And they will also have a hint that will be a word referring to hearing or auditory in some way. And it could literally be like, I hear, or they say, or sometimes a word like audience or recording. So it's not always crystal clear. But I'm not going to give you, I could have you do this one. It's kind of hard, and I'm saving it for Joe. But here's a sample from another word, a puzzle. Reportedly, interfere with alliance. And it's 4 letters. And I picked this because I thought it would be somewhat easy because it's so short.
How do you know it's a homophone?
Because reportedly,
So it's just like something that's like it sounds like.
You give a report. It's like an oral thing.
so interfere with, alliance. Interfere with means something. Alliance means something. One of the right answer has 4 letters. They could have the same number of letters. They could have different number of letters because they both sound the same. So can you think of a word that means interfere with? That the same sounding word also means alliance.
What are some other words for alliance?
Yeah, think about like the UN or
Like a group, a nation.
And so you're really left with interfere with, alliance. And so you know because alliance is at the end that's your straight clue.
Fear, like
No, interfere with. Interfere with
Alliance
is,
straight, so this
well,
is cryptic.
the thing is, interfere with is also kind of a straight clue, but you're going to put the answer for alliance. And it's not that it's a straight clue, it's just a standard definition. But these are going to be homophones of each other. So the answer to interfere with is going to sound like the answer to alliance.
Got it.
I could give you an example.
Doesn't have a
The
homophone.
protesters were standing in the street and they were interfering with traffic.
Block?
No,
That's not enough.
that's too much.
I mean, that's too many letters.
Yeah.
So,
Although you could be a block.
Blow.
first three letters are correct.
Blob.
This is why
Block. But BLOC.
Block.
yeah, it's a strange word that doesn't come to your brain very often when you see the first three letters.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, so VLOC, which also, sounds the same as VLOCK, which is the interfere with part, and the four letters would be the straight answer. So if someone is shooting and someone
That's it.
Someone's shooting and they block it. Block.
4 letters.
But it's 4 letters. Block.
so homophone.
Bang.
Block.
Block. BLOC. 100%. What did you say?
Looking right Yes!
Amazing.
What's a block? Oh, is this like
block.
the Russian block, the
It's
Soviet
just,
block?
I don't know. No.
Yeah.
And what's the answer?
BLOC. Block.
That's the answer.
I don't know what block. I didn't know that.
I don't know that it's sort of a political
Well, get
word.
some education there, son.
It's a political word. It's spelled
Okay, Dad.
BLOC, and it kind of means like a political alliance,
Oh yeah, this was a
like
practice.
the
This one.
Soviet
Communist bloc.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So next, but again, it's hard to know what the straight answer is.
Yeah.
But you can look in the end. If it's
And you have to
beginning or
kind of
end.
know a few things like that, so you have to be
Yeah.
like kind of next level. But.
So that's the homophone.
Okay.
Those are often in puzzles. Okay, reversals. Let's
Number 7.
Number 7.
Oh, yeah.
Like homophones, reversal clues have hint words or phrases in them. A common one is returned, or you could also see back or overturn. When you see these, you know the answer involves flipping the word given by the cryptic clue. Sometimes reversals are combined with other wordplay, so only part of the answer is flipped. And there are 2 combination charade reversal clues in this puzzle, but we're going to just do a straight reversal, and that is 9 across.
It says offer a dissenting opinion about potato.
Yes, and if you look at 9 across, you have some hints or a hint.
We have an R at the end. So if we're
reverse.
flipping something, the first letter is going to be R. I think.
How do you know it's reversal from this? Dissenting?
Potato?
Offer?
It's about, which of course in our other clue, we had about meaning or surrounding. But about could also mean
Doesn't have to be at the. No, it doesn't have to be at the end. The straight clue is only.
yes. There's potato, and there's what? Offer a dissenting opinion.
Okay.
Wait,
And one of those means something that if you flip it, means potato.
If you flip it, it means
And Toby,
like physically.
Well, the straight part has to be potato, right? Because
so did anyone join the debate team?
I don't believe in arguments.
So if someone has a debate and they say, I'm going to offer
Oh,
like point counter.
raise.
They
No,
have-
wait, no.
pro or con?
Yeah, or I'm going to have one argument and then I'm going to have a.
Dissenting argument.
I'll just give you a hint.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Tuber,
Okay. What's the opposites? The flip version.
oh, rebut.
rebut.
There you go.
Is that right?
Does it fit? Yeah, I mean, just keep on going. Keep on thinking of other words.
Tuber.
Spood. Tuber.
Reverse.
So now try.
Rubert.
Rubert.
Would tuber fit?
Let's write tuber down.
Tuber would fit.
Rebut. REBUT. So tuber? Tuber is a type of potato. TUBER.
Okay, so the final type of wordplay we're going to talk about is called double definitions.
Yay.
So think about this. It isn't really wordplay at all. It's just two straight clues put together. And it's cryptic because you have to figure that out, that it's a double definition. The example from our puzzle is 7 down. Why don't you read it, Rob?
Married director informally. But it's a question mark, so married director informally.
So what I was going to say is, this is one that I was going to say for Everett back when I was going to do this for Everett and Jeremy, but now that Chris is here, Everett's behind the camera, but he might give you a hint. But go for it. What do you think?
Married director informally.
Hitchcock.
You're on a really, that's quick, but you're not 100% done. How many letters?
How many letters? Oh, I have that. 5.
Mary is probably a clue for Mary and a clue for director informally. And both of those define the answer.
Question
Like,
mark?
there's no
And
way
those-
to, like,
the
deduce
question mark
that?
has
It's not going to be betrothed.
Okay.
It's
the
a-
question
it's a-
mark just kind of.
I think question mark.
Hitch.
Hmm.
To get hitched.
Okay,
With
that's
director?
an informal way.
Director.
Is that something that's, I don't know anything about directing.
You kind of just like hitch a tent. Pitch a tent.
Think
Or-
of a
okay,
director.
yeah, you can think of actual.
Hitchcock.
sometimes-
There you go.
Oh, there's. That's it.
So there you go.
That's the answer.
Hitch.
Oh, hitch.
Hitch.
Going to the chapel and we're
Gonna get hitched.
Next.
All right.
6 down. Nothing odd in Maine Rangers Army mix-up? Question mark? Nothing. Deletion.
Mother follows everyone. Hiking with Andean animals.
I rent broken down still.
Go ahead.
Gosh, Joe, what do you think? I mean,
Or mix up. Mix up could be anagram.
Anagram. That
Okay.
seems pretty obvious.
7. So it's an anagram and no O.
Anagram for in Maine Rangers Army.
You think one of these? Okay. Also, there's always
Regiment?
a straight and cryptic. So which one's straight?
The straight.
Maybe straight is nothing odd.
I bet follows. So
Mother-
follows everyone is going to be alpaca. So it's all everyone all follows. So mom is after all.
All.
So all mom.
All mom.
Hiking with Andean animal.
Should
You're on the right track, but
You're on the right track.
Alma.
what is mother?
Alma's.
Ma.
Mom.
So maybe you should think of a different kind of Andean animal. That
Alpaca.
ends-
Owl.
That ends in
Alpaca.
mother. A word for.
I don't know
mother.
Andean animals.
Well, Daddy does.
Llama.
Okay.
Ma. And then ma.
Tell me if you ever want a hint.
Can you tell us if we're on the right track? We're not.
I think that's
This
a
is
yes.
a very tricky one.
So
Because
mother is ma.
Think about it as a down clue too.
I know. So mother follows ma. What? Wait. Ma follows everyone, which is the all.
So when you think about the word still, think about a scientific meaning of that word.
inert.
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 Oh.
Nice.
Inert.
Nothing odd can sometimes mean taking. You can take the odd letter of a phrase, or an even letter of a phrase. So if it says nothing odd, you're probably taking the even letter of a phrase. If you were going up a mountain, you might call that. If you were walking up a mountain,
Oh, so
Hike.
hiking means it's backwards.
it could,
or-
it's by, especially a down clue if you're going up.
Hiking. Oh yeah, backwards.
Southern troops eat while talking.
And this one's 5 letters long.
Yes.
Okay.
And we believe it's a homophone.
What number is it?
29 across.
And
That's insane.
Oh, that's the answer.
Mix up. Anagram also. So the answer is literally anagram.
Oh, that's good.
So we got it pretty early on.
That's so funny.
So what
Wow.
was it originally? Deletion?
It's
It's a deletion.
I guess.
It's a deletion. That is so funny. Jared, know how you got that. You're amazing. Wow. Congrats.
Which one are we doing? Are you doing?
Cancel
Ticketless shows.
about
Which one are you taking the lead on?
22.
Cancel ticketless shows about Irish culture.
For number 22, we have C and L.
Homophone. Okay.
So this might clue us in that it's a homophone.
Yep. Talking. Yep. And Southern troops are like.
That's where we got stuck.
Okay, 4 across. We do. Oh God.
Ooh, bunch. Blank, 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 A blank, H blank, blank. The clue is one who gets toasted buns prepared by that woman.
I wanted to save this for Toby.
Oh.
That's a clue in itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Irish culture. What are
Like Celtic kind of thing? Celtics?
Yeah.
And that
So
means
don't.
Celtic.
That's not. It's not gonna be that easier. Oh, look at that! It's C blank L.
E. Wouldn't it be E?
well, what's the
Ticketless
straight
shows.
clue?
Irish culture.
Irish culture. Okay. So
Oh. So it's like that? CELTIA.
so the answer is CEL. What? What's the rest?
TIX.
No.
Nix.
Nix.
No, there's not. I mean, Irish culture means
TIC.
it's not a plural.
Celtic?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ah, it's a hidden thingy. Hidden answer. See
Can
that?
Celtic.
Look.
Yeah, it's in the end of already.
Look. It's
Yeah.
in the middle there.
Nice.
It's a hidden answer.
Why didn't you just let me? Oh wait, write Celtic.
I didn't know
What?
that.
You said, oh, you don't write Celtic. It's too obvious.
Well, because I'm dumb.
Well, I mean, it's good that we understand it, but like still.
All right, number 17.
Slowly getting the hang of this. Aaron's loaded wash.
I think this is some kind of container.
Cryptic.
Prepared.
Prepared.
Could be a container.
It begins with an R. Aaron's loaded wash.
It's 5 letters.
You know how you call the British troops the redcoats?
Yep.
Think about another way you might refer to Southern Southern troops.
Oh, Rebs?
I think one who gets toasted could be the straight.
Yeah. So by that woman.
Prepared
Oh,
by
prepared.
that woman.
Prepared.
Buns. When you get toasted. Buns prepared by that woman.
Oh, it can't be an anagram because it's more than 5 letters. So it has to be a deletion.
Wait, why can't what do you mean? What's more than 5 letters?
Loaded.
Well, what other word is in there?
Aaron. Aaron's.
Yeah.
I got it.
No, wait. Okay, no, say it.
What's it start with?
Oh, it's
R.
Oh, it's rinse.
Yeah.
Woo!
The Union
The Union
is the North.
yeah, and they wore
They wore blue.
yes.
And the Southerners,
Think about this expression: the blues and the
gold?
So I'm going to tell you that it's an anagram / charade clue.
Anagram.
So we were right about
How
the
do you know
charade.
it's anagram?
No, we weren't nothing right about nothing actually.
Prepared.
All right.
What?
Bunker is empty behind okay. Bunker is empty behind a dilapidated chair.
What's a straight clue?
What do we got?
6.
No, this is 12 across.
6. Oh, it's
He's saying
6
there's
letters.
6 letters, I think.
We got an H there.
Grace? Gray? Grace. Graze. 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 It's my last name, yo.
Is that right or is it E?
It's an A. It doesn't matter.
The
'cause,
color?
I
Yeah, it does matter for 16 down.
think we'll have to find out when we figure 16
I
down.
would stick with what seems
What's
most
the
right
letter?
to
I mean,
you,
the
though.
The
color.
most right to me is AY.
But you're right. It is spelled both ways for the color.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I'm always like, I never know.
You don't anagram the whole thing. You anagram. What do you think you anagram?
Anagram.
Look, what's your
That woman.
That woman because
no, the other way.
buns prepare. Oh, because buns are the buns are being prepared.
Yeah, and so what do you have letters? Can you look at your grid?
B-U-N-S.
A.
You just have an A and an
So
H.
think about the clue.
So one who gets toasted.
The first 4 letters of the answer is the word
One who
buns moved anagram.
It's either nubs or snub.
Snub.
Or sunb. Subbin.
Snub.
No, what was the thing that
Crystal said.
Crystal just
It's
said?
nubs, right?
Nubs.
No, you said it.
Unbs.
It's
What's in the sky?
Look,
What's in the sky? In the
Sun?
day?
Sunb.
yeah,
Sun.
Look at
Both.
the grid. Look at the grid.
Sun.
S-U-N.
And then just the
Bo-
letter B.
What?
Keep going. Look at it. It's a long word.
Sunbathing.
Sunbather.
Bather.
One who gets toasted.
Okay, but how is that buns by that woman? How is that
So
like
the anagram
prepared?
is
What's the
buns
charade?
prepared. And then by is at. Just
Oh, buns prepared.
Wait, the whole
is-
anagram is buns prepared. I thought
it's
prepared
an
was
anagram and charades.
so. I thought prepared was like it's gonna be an anagram. You don't
You ignore
anagram prepared.
You just on an anagram.
You anagram buns.
Yeah,
No
anagram buns.
anagram prepared.
Okay, yeah.
But the whole clue is buns prepared. So you anagram buns.
Mm-hmm.
By, that's at. And that woman
Oh,
is
her.
her.
But what? How are we supposed to know
Sunba?
that it's sunba?
Sunba at.
Well, that's why I was trying to refer you to
Because it's a
your
cryptic
grid.
crossword and it's the.
It makes it makes no sense.
You think it's
Oh,
the
so
grid?
bunker is empty is behind the chair. So bunker is empty means
Means
Well, where's your straight clue?
the bunker.
Okay.
do you know?
What?
Do you know?
What?
Do you think you can anagram something?
It starts with an N. Musical sound other than E.
You get rid of the E. It's a deletion.
Other than E. Delete E. It's also sound means it's a homophone. But we're only left with one word.
It's the
You know,
homophone.
it's, but I'll just tell you, it's neither a deletion nor a homophone.
Then we're totally screwed.
Yes. Okay.
Read the clue.
Musical sound other than E.
Couch.
Well, you use the letters from chair.
Sofa.
Archie.
CAIR. CAIR. H.
What did Toby say?
Is that
Archie?
Archie?
Did you get that from the letters?
Yeah.
Show Daddy.
A-R-C-H-I. Archie.
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 Yeah.
Okay. That one, like
It was
the
hard.
blues and the grays. Like I don't, that
It's
doesn't
not a
really,
familiar thing.
Yeah.
But now that you say it, you probably think, oh, I have heard that, right?
Yeah.
I
or I've
think
seen
so, maybe.
pictures. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna give you a maybe on that, but that would have been that's tough. Well, musical sound. other than
Newsies.
E.
What's a musical sound? That's a new.
No, Newsies is a musical. Without the E,
Oh.
you get rid of the E. It's just news.
Ah, okay, but.
I'm down for that.
Too smart for this.
What's a musical sound?
Anything. Bang bang.
Okay, but if you were calling your piano teacher.
Why would it? So I have to know it's my piano teacher. Musical sound, keys,
Note.
note, musical notes.
Note.
Nice. Other than E. But it's
Not
not
E.
a deletion. It's not a deletion.
No, the answer is just note because it's like not E. Other than E, not E. It's a literal
So
one. It's
note.
a
Is
double
it
definition.
a double definition? Musical sound and then. Oh, that's so clever. Woo! You're so smart.
Bunker is empty behind dilapidated chair.
Dilapidated chair is like
Is empty. Is behind.
Oh, Archie Bunker.
Archie Bunker from like Riverdale?
All in the Family.
Oh.
21 down. Son, item, corrected, record of meeting. So we actually got this one.
Right, because
Pretty
we
quick.
had to anagram son and item,
Mm-hmm.
which was minutes.
And it meant record of meeting.
Yeah, we got
So that one we got already at home.
we got that one quick.
So welcome back, everyone. So now that you guys are experts in cryptic crossword, I thought we'd go on and solve some together as a group. I have a couple picked out, and then I'm going to ask you guys for any ones that you want to work on. And then we'll end with a very hard but cool one. All right, so we're going to start with 2 down. How about Jenny? Why don't you read the clue?
Okay. We bet $9. Neither high nor low. It's 2 words.
Yeah.
First
does it have a
word-
dash or a comma?
Comma.
Okay.
Which means the first
So we have
2-letter word.
Oh, 2 words.
we have some letters.
The first word
Well,
is 2
first
letters.
word I think is 2
Oh, so it's
letters.
like in
So
it.
in.
In between.
Oh.
Oh.
That's it.
Whoa.
All right.
We
Well,
didn't even have
explain
to-
your reasoning.
Oh, well, we didn't think it out, but like, now I'm thinking about it. Neither high nor
Neither
low.
Not high nor
nor
low
low.
means in between.
Yeah.
So what was the cryptic
Nice.
clue?
I forget.
This was
We
Well, between.
Oh, we bet.
We bet is between.
And then 9.
And then N for 9.
and then in with INE. So it was an anagram.
We bet between. Yeah.
Good job, Rob.
they-
Edited poetry set with English bit of prejudice.
Okay.
Edited poetry set.
Any thoughts
What's this?
about what kind of?
What is this one?
4 down.
4 down, it's a big one.
Any thoughts of what?
I
Edited
think it's an
might,
anagram.
edited might be
The straight.
deletion or something.
Well, yeah, it could be deletion or it could be anagram because edited is could also
Changing,
be
yeah.
changed. Yeah.
Okay, so
So what you want? What I often do is I count the number of letters. Well, it tells you how many letters,
10.
and then you're going to see if it is an anagram. If you find 10 letters
So
of words that
poetry
you can
set.
anagram.
Well, one has to have an S in it, so let's go with poetry set.
Prejudice has 9.
Okay, but there's also when you see
But-
the word
a bit of prejudice.
But well, let's start with poetry set. Does that look like something we could anagram? What do you think the straight clue is? If edited poetry set is on one side.
Prejudice.
Bit of English bit of prejudice.
Just prejudice.
Prejudice.
Pre.
Okay.
Judas.
So it's at least prejudice. So it might just be prejudice, or it could be.
It's a
word,
bit of
but
prejudice.
it
Could be a word that
or
means
it could be
prejudice.
the
Or
other
something in
parts
English.
Could be part of the cryptic. Right.
S-E.
English bit of prejudice.
Okay, so it's the E. You're borrowing the E from English because it's capitalized and it's always the E. It's always the
Right.
E.
The capitalization can often throw you off. I mean, English is a language, so that's why it's capitalized. But
So we basically are looking for a word that starts with S that is combined with the letters poetry set, including an E that means prejudice. Or
Yeah.
that's a great start. I think that you're on a good path. Does anyone have any thoughts?
R. Sprocket.
What's those?
Sprocket. No, he's not.
And then I don't know if anyone else wants to think
No.
about synonym.
I'm just working the whole
prejudice.
thing. What?
What's a synonym of
Synonym for prejudice?
Is it cinnamon?
It's cinnamon.
Well, it's a straight
Oh, it's
definition.
cinnamon.
It's a straight definition.
That's it.
So
Okay.
the word prejudice means
Bias.
But it begins with S.
And it's 10 letters.
Bigotry. Spigotry.
So what, do you see a
A synonym for
That's right.
prejudice.
Poetry set E. Fifth letter. S blank blank.
I got it.
blank E. Hold on.
No, I don't.
what do you think it is?
Stereotype.
Yeah.
All right, well, look at the letters. You got to.
I don't know. Yes.
S-T-E-R. Yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah. That makes sense.
So you got the poetry set, and then what else? You got.
English bit of.
Edited poetry set.
I got it, Jen. That's right. Stereotype.
All right, so we got the edited poetry set.
English bit of prejudice.
The hint is additional husband sen period. Kennedy pulled out.
Okay, can you read it one more time?
Send Kennedy.
Senator.
Kennedy.
Senator.
Additional what?
Oh,
Additional 100.
not husband.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had an additional husband.
Senator Kennedy pulled out. Does that mean it's elongated? Does that mean it's...
Means somebody.
It could mean a lot of things.
Get your head out of
Could
the
be the
gutter.
straight clue.
Get your head out of your butt.
Meaning,
Okay.
is it one of the okay?
I mean,
I
it's
can't.
Senator Kennedy. Does that mean you
It could mean like
band
a.
it to the...
Oh,
Senator?
I see what you're saying.
How about you read the clue again, Toby?
No, it's not usually. No.
Husband.
Oh.
Send Kennedy.
Husband.
Pull
okay.
out could be the
Okay.
straight clue.
I'll read the clue. Additional husband.
It's not husband.
Okay.
100.
I'll read. Okay. Additional 100 sen dot Kennedy pulled out.
Additional 100. Senator Kennedy pulled out. 9 letters. Starts with an E.
Has T
Ethan.
space A space T.
Hey
It
guys.
specifically says send Kennedy instead of Senator.
Guys.
So that might be a hint.
Yeah, it sort of is.
What
So what do
number-
you think of when you think of Sen Kennedy?
I think of Senator Kennedy.
Who do you think of?
I think of Barbara Kennedy.
Teddy Kennedy. Eddie,
Okay.
Jimmy Kennedy.
So is
John.
so if Sen is a nickname, if Sen is a abbreviation, it probably means
Senator.
his first name is a nickname.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Ted.
Ted.
Yeah.
Ted.
So
Or Teddy.
now where would you fit Ted?
Wait. At the end.
Okay, which makes sense because it'll be like a past tense of a word.
Yes.
Right? So now that we know that the answer is a past tense of a word, how do we think? And we know that it's
Additional 100 would be
so
like
so
extra.
That's additional.
What's
extra
Which
I
could,
mean, it
which
could
could
be,
mean
it
adding
could mean a
letters.
verb or it could
Extracted.
mean-
extracted.
Oh, tell me your
Extra
logic
C.
of this.
Extra C because
Yeah.
It fits.
Additional.
No, but C is 100.
Yeah.
C note?
And extracted means pulled out. Extracted.
Yes.
I like it.
that.
Maybe
Right, so
That's
extra
like-
is your
extracted.
additional.
Extracted.
Extra is additional. C means 100.
C it means 100 in Roman numerals. And then we have, so what kind of clue, what kind of cryptic is it?
Oh, C with 100.
Charades.
Light raft fee improved.
Okay.
3-4, which means it's a dashed word.
Oh.
And it has 3 letters, then 4 letters.
Oh, okay.
So we have a 7-letter word total.
Fat.
So there's a dash. There's actually a dash in there.
You can't put the dash, but the word has a dash in it.
So it's like an
Got it.
invisible dash.
Okay.
Type B.
Improved sounds like a clue to like change a
it.
word.
Change it. Anagram maybe.
Make it better. I don't know how you make a
Yeah.
word better, but
Anagram, yeah.
you make it fat, or I guess. I don't know.
Rhymes
Okay.
with.
So you have some letters.
Rhymes with.
Like
Wait,
if you
wait,
take the
wait,
letters
wait.
from raft.
Fat
free. Fat free.
Raft.
So it's light. So it's fat free. When you get it at the, you're like, get me
I
something
think
light,
it's fat
honey.
tree.
I want fat free.
I want a fat tree.
Is that a brand? Is that
want
a
a fat
special
tree.
brand?
Yes.
Yeah, get a factory.
But that's not light.
Fat free.
Fat free.
Fat free.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Okay.
Number 14 across.
It's E.
Basic error following train of thought.
And it starts with so many E's.
A lot of E's.
Okay, so
Basic-
train of thought is going to be the first part of the word, and then basic errors following it. And then.
Well, Joe.
Well,
okay,
or-
now I won't say anything.
Yeah, don't say anything.
Just
I
remember
wanna
that
look at-
every clue there could be phrases or words, and you never know which one they're doing. A word
I
or a
understand.
phrase.
I'm just trying to. Sometimes you have to get it wrong.
Well, which is a straight clue?
Basic.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What is
thought.
this
It
again?
could be thought.
Train
What
of
number is
thought.
this?
14 across.
It's usually the last.
I think it's a
Well,
charade.
it could be the first
because there's the
Basic
part
or
of the
thought?
clue, or it's the last part of the clue. It's just not in
Of
the
Following is usually a hint to charades.
Of thought.
That's true.
Yeah,
I think this is a charade.
Following
clue.
charades. Okay.
So when you look at this clue, read it a bunch of different ways.
I see.
Like read it
eyes.
as if
Basic.
you know what I
error
mean. Like break
following.
down like whether it's one word or
Following train.
Eyes. Eat. Eaten. Eyes eat.
What's a type of basic?
That's it.
What's a type of basic?
no. That
Simple.
yes.
Like an-
oh,
like
you're
a-
saying that basic
like-
is a straight clue?
Well, what's
Like
a
a
synonym?
like the opposite of acidic.
Synonym.
What's a synonym? A
Synonym for basic.
Cinnamon is the stuff you put
Simple.
on your French toast.
Simple.
What's a synonym?
Okay,
Simple.
Synonym
you
for
think it's
regular.
also-
Basic, simple.
What is the rest
Simple.
of the clue? If it
I don't
is
know the
basic,
answer.
what's the rest of the clue? What if I told you this? What if I told you
Yee.
train of thought
Cow.
is not train of thought, but
It's
it's,
train.
actually train and of thought? Is
That's
that
what
it?
I think. I think that might be right.
Train.
So what have you guys done a lot of
Electric
crosswords?
trains,
This is what they call
The L.
tram,
The L. So the
The
How do you spell it?
underground.
How do you spell it?
EL.
Okay.
Yeah.
elevator.
So think about the clue.
L if.
L11.
So where would you put L? Because following train.
Bruce?
That's the train.
So we would
That's
have
the error.
maybe train
Of
would be the
thought.
first part.
L.
So L.
So L would be
E-L-E.
beginning.
So there's error. So we need to do something about error.
Or
in
just
this
E.
E. Okay, so
And then
L-
this could be of thought.
Could be. Maybe.
Of
Possibly.
thought.
Variety.
Do you know how to say psychology? in
Okay, so
Japanese?
you have different
I'm
kinds of
sure I've
help.
said it before,
You
but
have-
I can't think of it right
When
now.
you go on, I go on my
mental,
website.
mental, elemental,
Shinriga.
elemental.
Mental.
Okay, elephant left top London Park with little room, question mark.
9
and
letters.
9 letters.
9 letters.
Which one is this?
Number
19
19
across. It's very easy if you just
Once you know the
once
answer.
you know the answer.
9 letters, is that right?
So left is a direction, or could mean deletion.
Is there anything in this clue that you think you know?
The answer.
Any part of it that you think
What's
you...
the question mark
Top
mean?
London Park.
Okay, what would you say is a London Park?
Hyde.
Hyde, okay.
Oh, that's
How do you
good.
know that?
Hyde Park. Everyone
it's-
knows that.
I didn't
It's
know.
also
I don't
part
know
of
that.
Boston.
Gramercy.
So how about Little Room?
Little room.
Little room.
Closet.
Little rimmon.
Den.
These are all great guesses. It
Hall.
I
has a
said Little
question mark,
Roman.
so that's the only...
Little room, like not enough room, like no room, no
Li-
breathing
Squished.
room,
Cramped.
squished, cramped.
Cramped.
Yeah.
Compact.
Well, let's look at the
Grandpa.
this
Ooh,
letter.
What's it end with?
It ends with an M.
M.
Little Roman.
Cram.
Cram.
All right, so if we have Hyde, and then we have 4 letters left, but we also have, what else do we have? Well, what do we think
Wait,
the...
so where's Hyde
Wait,
gonna fit?
wait,
Is
wait.
Hyde gonna fit in there, or is Hyde
well,
gonna?
maybe. We have a lot of letters. But
We
let me
gotta
just ask you,
cram it in?
what is the straight clue?
Elephant.
Elephant, okay.
Elefante.
So then we have left top.
Pachyderm.
That's exactly what just came to me.
How?
I was like,
Wow! How did you get
there's
that?
another word for
That's the
elephant.
Okay, so what?
Yeah.
But wait, but
Never
how does it fit
I've
with
never
this?
heard
I have no
Yeah, me
idea.
neither.
Oh, let's write it down.
Okay,
But there,
Pachyderm?
so you guys don't really know how to spell pachyderm.
No.
but the P isn't
Okay.
in
Wait,
there.
What is a pachyderm?
It's another
really
word for
stupid.
elephant.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
I think it's PACHDE. I think it's PACHYDERM.
Alexa.
So what do you see in there that we've clued?
Hide.
It's
hide,
it's
okay.
hide and cram
and pack.
and cram.
You're thinking right, but
Germ.
Yeah, hide is straight up in
what
there.
about
Yeah.
the P? And where'd you get cram?
Cram is to cram is another word for
Yeah, but you
little
really
room.
don't have cram. You have C, R, and M.
RM.
Well, what about the A for pachyderm?
Yeah, but that's mixed up.
But I think pack.
But
is-
so let's put it. Where do you think hide is? We got hide.
It's Sunday.
The office. It's like
All right.
Break the
Thanks
fourth
for
wall.
So do you guys know how to spell pachyderm?
I think it's
Well, so we know this is what.
R.
All right. So if this is hide and this is RM, what do we think this is?
Oh, that's little room. That's
Yeah,
with
it's
no
little
O's.
Roman.
Why is it a
I
question?
was right all along.
Because some people use
Room.
room RM as an abbreviation for room. And
Yeah.
Okay, so we have PAC, and the
thinking outside
clue
the
is
box.
left top. So how do you work that out?
A left version of top. Pot.
So what when you say left?
ACDC.
Pot.
When you say left,
To the-
what could it mean?
Pothoderm.
Remember,
First,
it's one
the
missing.
pot
Gets
Missing.
hot. If
Could
the
be
pot
one
gets
of the
hot,
ones
you
we
need
learned
AC.
about.
left. It could be
I went.
deletion.
Reversal.
Left.
The left of top, which is T. No.
How do
Reversal.
you spell
Yeah,
pachyderm?
ACDC.
AC.
Okay.
Just write it down.
PAC.
So you have
Right,
PAC.
okay,
you
but-
have PAC.
So
wants us to find out
left-
why.
We need to figure
okay,
out
so just to
PAC.
clarify,
What's
left
PAC?
Can mean a reversal.
Can you write it
Backwards.
down though, so
It can
I'm
mean
like
going
satisfied?
backwards.
Oh, cap.
There you go.
Oh.
What?
Left top
It's backwards.
or just top?
What's
Left
backwards?
top.
But it means
Top is a cap.
Top, cap, backwards?
Backwards.
That's no. That's way too hard.
So it's a
Nobody thinks
combination.
Does somebody
it's a
spend all their day
reversal.
just sitting around thinking of this?
It's
We
a
got
it's
pachyderm,
It's like part
a
of
long time
charades is
ago.
a reversal.
I
don't know
know.
why.
I didn't know what
Hide,
pachyderm was.
and then we
I
get
got
the
the other way.
elephant.
wow.
That's dumb.
So that's
Left.
fine.
Wait a second.
Why is there a question mark?
Left top.
Because little room is not saying abbreviation.
So another
it's-
word for top
but
is
it is an
cap.
abbreviation with the word little.
then
when you spell it
backwards?
backwards is
Stretch-
pack.
I
You spell it
think that's
leftward
See-
because on the thing.
Your mind is not made to think this
No.
way.
I know.
No.
It's
That's
like
really hard
it's like
one.
taking. It's like asking you to eat peanut butter and jelly on a plate without any hands or bread or like just.
But look how many.
Where's
you
the bread?
did.
Nice.
We are killing it.
Wow.
So this is going to be a speed round, and Jeremy's going to help fill in the ones that we haven't done yet. And I'm just going to tell you what kind of cryptic it is and do my best to explain it quickly. And we're going to start with the across clues, and then we're going to move to the down clues. So the one left for across is number 15 across, which is bike was blue. This is very similar actually to the one that the sample that Games Magazines gives for double definition. So, bike and was blue are the two definitions. And the answer is moped, because if you're blue, you moped. And a bike is a moped. So, the next one is 24 across. Explains at last how central leaders have playoff. And this is charade. Charades. So, I believe that the answer, Jeremy, do you remember, is the straight clue is playoff?
Mm-hmm.
So explains at last, I think, is just S, because the word explains ends with an S, which seems too simple, but that's how it is. And then the word how. Explains at last how is SHOW.
Would
I only
at
know this
last be? Oh, it's the end of explain.
yes,
That's what I'm
exactly. That's right. Even though it's like an S, and you kind of think, well, wait a second, that's just a word that ends in S. That seems too easy. But that's just somehow when they put the sentences together, just the easiest way for them to get that S. And then central leaders.
Center of leaders.
Yeah, so that's this took us a while to. So if you look at the word leaders and you take the absolute center of it, you get a D. So, and then have. So when you have something, you own it. So OWN. So that's playoff is a showdown. So moving on to number 26. Like I said, this is a speed round. Sensible friend admits swimming Arctic. So this is a container and an anagram. And swimming Arctic is an anagram of Arctic. And sensible is a straight clue. And friend is going to admit a mixed up Arctic. So I believe maybe the friend is a pal. What do we have? We have
P and A.
P and A. So I think it's going to end with L. I'm not sure. Oh, is second letter A or is the third letter A?
Third letter
Okay, so I believe it's probably part of swimming Arctic. And then AL's at the end, because you're not going to have PAA. So I would go ahead and put PA at the end. Yes. And then we'll mix up Arctic, and I think we're going to get practical, which means sensible.
You sure?
PRA, we got the R, and then we've got CTIC. So Arctic is ARCTIC.
Pachyderm.
All right, 28 across is our last across. Kiosks, stocking, patriotic groups, banners. This is a little bit tough. It's a container clue. And kiosks are stands. So we're going to write STA. And then it's going to have the word stands entered by the word patriotic group, or a word that means patriotic group.
This is a hard one.
So I'm going to actually have you write ND. Okay, and actually that D is the first letter of DAR, the Daughters of the American Republic. That's the patriotic group. And then you have the end of stands, STANDS.
Correction. It's the Daughters of the American Revolution.
Oh, what did I say?
Republic.
Daughters of the American Revolution. That's what I meant to say.
You're welcome. I'm done.
So at the end.
Standards.
Yeah. So you got another D and an S.
What is a standard a synonym of?
Banner. It's a kind of an obscure definition, but
Sounds fake.
if you look up the word
It's not.
standard, it can be a synonym of banner.
Like I've had a banner year.
You
It's almost like a flag.
hold your standard into the battle.
Yeah.
We don't do battles anymore.
No, but this is a crossword.
Well, into your protest.
Move on to downs. So our first down that's left is
Showdown? 24
No.
across.
is 8 down, which is ball, for instance, in parentheses. Deer had moved for 7 letters. So, Jeremy.
I think it's Lucille Ball is the straight clue because it's dumb, and redhead. She's a redhead, of course.
He's right.
Of course.
So it's
That's
not
the first
obvious.
thought I had.
But
What? What did you say?
deer had
That's the first thought I
moved
had.
is an anagram of deer had turns into redhead. And it may not be obvious if you didn't grow up watching
I didn't grow up.
I Love Lucy.
Or
But-
watch Lila
or
Lucy at
Lucy
all, because
on-
it's in black and white.
Or if you never saw any color movies featuring
If you've never
Lucille
grown up,
Ball, or color magazines maybe. But she is a famous redhead.
What was the clue again?
but you know who else
Ball,
is famous redhead?
for instance, Ball, for
Tin-
instance, deer had
Tintin.
moved.
Yes.
All right.
Deer had moved.
Maybe it should have been, instead of Ball, it should have been like Ed
Ed and
Sheeran.
Beck.
Ed Sheeran, for instance.
Well,
deer had moved.
well,
Sheerham.
if you-
Maybe if you just did Sheerham, and that'd be it. Ed is in there.
that
Ed
would have been
the
very
redhead.
distracting. That would be good.
Yeah.
But also balls can be red. Balls are red things, for instance. So like a ball, for instance, is red.
Head.
But not usually
It has
redhead.
redhead. Well, like redhead, like
All right,
this is
speed
a
round.
Redhead
That's a redhead.
ball.
Okay,
Redhead.
You know, like
next.
how you call balls redheads?
13 down. Objects in Space Lab ultimately need hydrogen and oxygen less. not quite. 5-5. So this is charades, and we've got 2 5-letter words. Objects in space is the straight clue. So lab ultimately is B because the last letter of lab is B. So put a B down for 13.
B.
Yes. And then we have a word meaning need, which this is a little obscure, but it's lack. If you need something, you lack something. And then hydrogen and oxygen, less.
H-O. Less.
So hydrogen and oxygen are H and O. You didn't make your K very well. Good.
I tried.
Okay. And then less, not quite, is like the word less, but not quite. So L-E-S instead of L-E-S-S. That's what it means. So you get
Black holes.
black holes, which are objects in space. All right, so the next one. Running a phone outside, men observed events. This is an anagram and a container. So running a phone outside men. So observed events is the definition, the straight clue, and running refers to an anagram. So you take the word a and the word phone and you anagram it and you put it outside the word men and you get phenomena, which is plural for phenomenon, which are observed events, which is
Of course.
kind of an obscure word to begin with, and then it's plural in a Latin way. Phenomena.
But it's, men is inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's phenoa.
Phenomena.
Phenomena.
Yeah, but what's the word that?
Oh, a phone. Yeah.
Oh,
a,
but it's
phone
A
anagrams.
and phone anagrammed.
Oh,
A and phone are running together and mixed up.
okay.
Okay, so we're getting to the end. 18 down. Was left taking loss at the end.
Exited.
Yeah, so was is your straight clue. No,
Past tense.
you're wrong, Jeremy.
I am?
You missed it. Exited. We're going to fix it. Was is your straight clue. Left, taking loss. So exited is what you said, left. Like I left the room, I exited. But then loss at the end is the letter S. So exited takes the letter S
Existed.
and it makes it existed. And that is was. So to be, to exist. All right, number 20 down. Club canopy is wide open. A lot of times when you see club, it means the YMCA. Short for YMCA is the Y. So sometimes they'll say gym or club, and that's what we're going to start with. And then we have a canopy, which is an awning. An awning. And then we get wide open is yawning. And there you go. And finally, our last one. Woof. Almost finished. Mark.
Oh, I know this one.
Yes.
It's the wolf from Lion King, Scar.
He's a lion.
Oh.
It's not Wolf King.
The answer is Scar.
Because of Lion King.
It's the word.
It's a double definition.
The
Wolf
straight clue is
and
mark.
Mark.
Even though this is capital.
Mark on your skin.
It's a mark on your skin.
And Scar.
And
the lion.
woof almost finished
Whose name was Mark.
means scarf. Down food. Eat quickly. But then you just let go of
Scar,
the F
and
and
just
you
get
get
rid of the F.
scar.
What is it? Scar? Is it?
It's just scar.
What's like? Wolf almost finished. So I'm like, you're scarfing. Scarf. Actually, never mind about the F.
That's an A. Yes.
You did 2 R's.
You did 2 R's. That-
The A with a big head.
I'll give him another ear.
So that's the cryptic crossword. I hope that everybody starts doing cryptic crosswords because a lot of times people say that only British people do them. So I'm hoping to maybe get more American people to do cryptic crosswords because when you really do them all the time and get used to them, they're not as bad as you think. Thank you.
This is
This is
Crystal
Jeremy
Flax.
Gilpin. Thank you for watching
Signing off.
Says.
Thank you for watching YouTube.
How do we sign off?
.com for kids. The best.
Thanks for
television.
watching.
Thanks for Goodbye. I love you.
I'm Robert Gilpin,
And I'm Toby Gilpin.
and this is
Your
you're
life.
you're watching Good Morning America.
With
No, you're watching Minecraft Cryptic Crosswords.
You guys learn anything?
Yeah, I learned how to do cryptic crosswords because this
Did you
cool
learn how to do
woman.
what?
Cryptic
Cryptic Crosswords. I learned
Oh,
about.
Al Stinky Whizzleteeth.
I learned how to do cryptic crosswords by this wonderful woman, Jan Geilkine.
Goodbye.
Peace.
Joe and Jenny, signing off.
Oh, once again, it's Jan Gilpin signing off.